Okay, so on my paper, I have already drawn out the shape of my mountains that I want with a pencil. Now I'm gonna take a fine Sharpie, which if you have one, great. If you don't, grab one from me. And I'm going to trace what I have, carefully trying not to miss my pencil lines. If you do, you can just go back in and carefully erase later. Now I've added little bits of like little triangles on the edges. These are going to be the sides of your mountain or the shadow of your mountain, and you're going to fill those in with lines when you are finished to make these mountains look more three-dimensional and help show value as well as space. You can add extra trees. You could add a moon in the sky. I'm gonna go in and start just adding some lines on the side of my mountain. I'm doing this kind of quick, but I'm also trying my best not to go out of the line. And see, I did right here, so I'm just gonna fill that part in a little bit. You can't really tell. And I'm gonna extend them. Depends what you like. And I'm doing this pretty quick because I want to get the video going, but you should take your time. Adding little shadows over here. I'm going to do my pine trees right away with my Sharpie. If you think you might have a better chance with a pencil first, that's fine. I'm just gonna start doing like some upside down V's, and I'm going to start with like the first layer, and then I'm going to start again to make it look like a pine tree. So it's like 3 triangles going on. I'm just gonna go all the way down because I don't want to have to deal with the tree trunk. I'd put a couple of these all over the place. You can also put like different, maybe there's some shadows in our mountain, kind of showing a little bit of direction. Also some texture. Maybe I want another pine tree. Right here. Maybe I want a big one over here. I'm kind of going quickly because I want to move on. You can add more. This is good for now. If you want to add a little moon, maybe. Okay, now you're going to take some markers, and this is where you kind of have to move kind of quick. I'm grabbing some cool colors and some pink. I'm going to start with the pink, and we're just coloring the sky. And I'm going to kind of do a little gradient. So I'm gonna just quickly go around the outside. With this pink and fill them in. If you don't have markers, you can borrow some from me. I'm just gonna do this little section right here, and I will show you what it looks like when it is all finished. I think I will do, I have purple, and then I have royal purple, which is more of an indigo. So I'm just gonna go ahead with my purple first, reverse rainbow, like red, then purple. You don't have to overlap them because when we paint this, it'll kind of overlap on its own. Now I'm going to do the royal purple because that is what is in between blue and purple in the rainbow. You could do 2 colors, you could do 3 colors. I'm just going to do all of them. Oops. And then my blue. Ooh, this is a dry blue. If you find a dry one, try to grab a different one. I'm just gonna hope that this works and I'll blend it out. Now you're gonna grab a paintbrush and some water. And you're going to paint this pretty quickly. And you have the option to use the salt technique, which we've done before, where you throw salt on it. But when you do that, you have to make sure it's still wet. So I'm just gonna blend this out really quick. And if you wanna do this section by section, you can. Be careful when you're painting to not get your mountain like I did. And then I'm going to blend this up a little bit. My blue still works, so that's good. I'm gonna take a little bit of salt. Or a lot of bit of salt. And I'm gonna sprinkle it on and leave it to dry. Once it's dry, you can go ahead and shake your salt off into the garbage can and it'll leave a cool little effect. Obviously, I would leave my moon white. It would be best to color everything before you paint and then do the salt, because once you get the salt on there, there's little pieces of salt all over the place. I will show you what this looks like done in person, and then you can go ahead and get started.